Hi guys, this is O-Level Chemistry, paper 12, November 2018, question 1. When heated, magnesium reacts with oxygen in the air to form magnesium oxide, a white powder. A student investigates the change in mass that occurs during this reaction. He is given a balance and three sets of apparatus shown. Okay, apparatus 1 is a metal tong holding a burning magnesium ribbon. 2 is a glass tube with magnesium ribbon inside and air passing through it, and 3 is a tripod stand with a crucible over it and magnesium ribbon being heated inside the crucible. Which sets of apparatus are suitable for this investigation? Okay, in experiment 1, if we have burning magnesium, it will convert into magnesium oxide powder and then it will be blown away in air. So we will not be able to measure the mass of the magnesium oxide formed or the magnesium remaining if it remains. In 2 and 3, we have magnesium ribbon in a container, and after it is heated in the presence of air, it is converted into magnesium oxide, which will also remain in that container. So we will be able to measure its mass. So apparatus 2 and 3 are useful apparatus for this experiment, and the setup in experiment 1 is not. So 2 and 3 being correct makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 2. Four substances are heated gently. The temperature at which they start and finish melting are recorded. Which statement about substances is correct? Okay. Substance 1 starts at 117 degrees Celsius and finishes at 117 degrees Celsius. 2 starts at 0, ends at 0. 3 starts at 36, ends at 40. That's a large range for a substance. And 4 starts at 101 and ends at 105. Okay. So if a substance melts at a fixed temperature, that means it is pure. So in this case, 1 and 2 are pure and 3 and 4 are impure. That is why they melt over a range of temperatures. So which statement about substance is correct? Substance 1 is the only pure substance? No. Also 2. Substance 3 and 4 are impure? Yes. Substance 4 is water? No. Substance 2 is water because it melts at 0 degrees Celsius. They are all solids at room temperature. Water is a liquid. So the correct option for this question is option B. Question 3. A substance dissolves in water to form a colorless solution. This solution reacts with aqueous silver nitrate in the presence of dilute nitric acid to give a yellow precipitate. Okay, so presence of a yellow precipitate on addition of silver nitrate means that silver iodide has formed, which means iodide ions were present in the solution, and the solution is colorless. Okay, what is the possible identity of the substance? Calcium iodide. Now, this has iodide and it has got calcium ions. Next is copper chloride. Chloride is absent and copper gives a blue color. Next, iron 2 iodide. Iodide is present, but iron 2 will give a green color solution. And sodium chloride. Sodium chloride will give a colorless solution, but does not have iodide. So, iodide is present in option A, and we have got calcium iodide and calcium salt solutions are colorless. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option A. Question 4. Which statements are correct? The volume of a gas at constant pressure increases as temperature increases. So this statement is basically saying that volume is directly proportional to temperature, which is true because this is the findings of Charles' law. So statement 1 is correct. And the rate of diffusion of a gas increases as temperature increases. Yes, because the temperature increase results in the molecules of a gas gaining kinetic energy and moving more quickly. 3. The pressure of a gas at constant volume decreases as the temperature increases. This is pressure law. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature. And according to statement 3, pressure is inversely proportional to temperature, which makes Statement 3 incorrect. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option B. Question 5. Which particle contains the greatest number of electrons? So for this, we need to find the proton number of each particle. For magnesium, it is 12. For nitrogen, it is 7. For neon, it is 10. And for sulfur, it is 16. Now, we need to find the number of electrons. So magnesium has a 2 plus charge, so it would be 12 minus 2, which is equal to 10 electrons present. In nitrogen, we would have 7 electrons, and because of a charge of -3, it has gained 3 more electrons, so in total 10 electrons. In neon, we have 10 electrons present, so all of them have 10 so far. And in sulfur, we've got 16 electrons present, which already makes it the one with the greatest number of electrons, and we've got a charge of -2, which means 2 additional electrons are present, so in total 18 electrons are present in sulfur, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 6. Which substance has a giant covalent structure at room temperature? Methane is a simple covalent molecule with the formula CH4. Sand comprises of SiO2, which is macromolecular. Sodium chloride is an ionic lattice having a formula of NaCl. And water is again a simple covalent molecule with a formula H2O. So the only substance here with the macromolecular structure or a giant covalent structure is sand, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 7. One atom of element X and two atoms of element Y react to form an ionic compound. Element X forms a positive ion. So basically, XY2 is the formula of this ionic compound. Which element could be X? Now, X binds to 2Y. That means X should have a charge of +2. So calcium has a charge of +2 and sodium does not. So option C and D have been eliminated. Now, Y has a charge of -1 because there are two Y's attached to one X. So this should have a charge of -1. Chlorine has a charge of -1. Oxygen has a charge of -2, eliminating option B, making option A the correct option for this question. Question 8. An element with a high melting point forms an oxide that is gaseous at room temperature. Which type of structure or bonding is present in this element? Okay, the element has a high melting point and forms an oxide which is gaseous at room temperature. So a gaseous oxide, and what type of structure and bonding is present? So a gaseous oxide. So sulfur dioxide, we have carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon has a high melting point. Yes, because carbon is basically made up of two allotropes which are macromolecular, diamond and graphite. So diamond and graphite are the two allotropes of carbon. So carbon will definitely have a high melting point because they both are giant covalent structures or are macromolecules. And when carbon burns in oxygen, it forms a gas called carbon dioxide. So it should be carbon and not sulfur. So carbon would have a giant covalent structure, which would make options B, which is ionic, C, which is metallic, and D, which is simple molecular, incorrect. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question. Question 9. Which statement explains why aluminum is malleable? Aluminum has layers of cations that can slide over one another. Yes, that is why all metals are malleable. Aluminum has layers of electrons that can slide over one another. No, it has free moving electrons that will conduct electricity. Aluminum has weak bonds between protons and a sea of electrons. No, these bonds are strong because they are electrostatic forces of attraction. And aluminum is covered with a layer of unreactive aluminum oxide. That is true, but that has nothing to do with aluminum being malleable. So this makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 10. The incomplete equation for the reaction between ethyne and oxygen is shown. When the equation is balanced, what is the correct value of oxygen? So in order to find the value of oxygen, what we need to do is we need to find the value of x plus y upon 4 in the general combustion equation. So let's write the general combustion equation. C2H2 plus, now this is x and this is y. This will become x plus y upon 4 O2, giving us x CO2, which means 2 CO2 and y upon 2. So 2 upon 2 is 1. So 1 H2O. So the value of hydrogen is 1, value of carbon is 2, and x plus y upon 4 is 2 plus 2 upon 4. And 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2. So 2.5. So this would become 2.5. Now the thing is that the equation that we used for was for 1 mole of C2H2. In the given equation, we have 2 moles of C2H2. So all the values that we just put into this equation will be multiplied by 2. So 2.5 into 2 becomes 5. 2 into 2 becomes 4, and 1 into 2 becomes 2. So they're asking us for a value of the moles of oxygen. This would be, for the given equation, 5. So that would make option D the correct option for this question.